We have got Jean-Philippe Mateta to review for you today. Only 25k, real cheap SBC to do. Obviously, didn't cost me anything anyway, because that's if you was to buy the players, but you should have the fodder to do this. There's an 83 rated team with the team of the week, and then I think an 82 rated team, which you need a Premier League player for. Really easy to do, super simple, super cheap. Now, the reason why I wanted to try this player is because he has two of the same play styles that gyokeres has, which is Enforcer and Press Proven. He doesn't have Enforcer Plus, but the Player of the Month Haaland card does, and honestly, he doesn't feel anywhere near as good as gyokeres, and the main reason for that, I think, is missing the Press Proven. Press Proven basically, whilst you're shielding and dribbling with the ball, allows you to keep closer control of it whilst protecting it, and Enforcer is activated by L2. People have been calling it Move Man Plus. You can basically just elbow someone in the jaw and push them off the ball. It sometimes is really broken. Bruiser has been buffed, so it does counter it quite nicely. But yeah, if you've got Enforcer as well, you can do all of that whilst keeping closer touches of the ball, and it also makes the player feel more agile. There's also a weird combination that I found out through playing 150 odd games with gyokeres, that if you kind of tap R1 for activating technical dribble whilst also spamming L2 when you're near and around the box, when players press you, they get their body between the player and the ball, but they also take really small little touches, and you can kind of left stick around the box but whilst protecting the ball. So if a defender does come out and time a tackle correctly, there's no chance of them winning the ball because the player shifts his body to protect it. So really broken combination of play styles, but we're going to see if it's just gyokeres or if Mateta can pull off some of those moves as well. For something that's not going to cost you any money, some of the stats are really quite impressive. He will be useful in the lower divisions for sure, and he is just a fun card to use. He's 6'4", he's lengthy, which basically means he takes bigger strides when he's up to top speed. The issue that you're going to have with this card though is getting him up to top speed, right? The bigger players, they take bigger touches of the ball, they're clunky. You can't really get them up to top speed with the ball at their feet. You have to use the right analog stick to flick it ahead of them, and that's how they get up to top speed. If you can do that, if they have high sprint speed, they can normally pull away from the defender that's tracking back, unless of course it's a Van der Ven or someone of the likes. Now, he's also got 3-star skill moves, not very good. Can do a roulette, ball roll, a couple of step overs, nothing impressive. I think the new advanced step over as well, maybe. But he's got 5-star weak foot, which can be really good because it doesn't matter what foot you end up on, which is going to be really helpful for a stiffer, bigger player, because you're not going to be able to left stick shift it onto your stronger foot really quick, and sometimes you might just be forced to take the shot. Actual stats breakdown, I've gone with an engine for this card. His shooting's really good, his physical's really good. So with his pace and his dribbling being okay, I'm wanting to boost those areas the most. That will bring it more up to par with kind of around where his shooting and his physical is. Passing, there's not really too much you can do to kind of bring him up to scratch of where he needs to be, but honestly, if you're playing him as a lone striker, the only important stat is going to be short passing. So we'll give a breakdown. He's got 78 acceleration and he's got 87 sprint speed. So again, that kind of matches the lengthy profile. Once you've got him up to speed, he is going to be quick if the ball is away from him, not if you're taking touches of the ball and trying to dribble with him. Then 87 shooting, this is really good. He's got 87 attack positioning. That stat gets more and more important each year as the AI improves. A lot of people saying their players aren't making runs this year. Obviously you can manually trigger runs, which is what I normally do with L1, or you do the 1-2s and trigger them with L1, or just by having the counter-attacking tactic, players will make more kind of aggressive runs from a deeper position. Same with advanced forward. Anything above 89 finishing and shot power is going to be diminishing returns, to be honest. Those are really good stats. Long shots at 82, you don't need long shots this year. You're not going to be taking any. They've removed green time finishing. You can't really score from outside the D. It is rare and it doesn't really suit this meta. Passing, you're only really going to want short passing from this anyway. You're not going to be pinging balls over the top with him. Maybe to him, but definitely not with him. 83 dribbling, not great, not on a big card like this anyway, because the body type is naturally going to make him feel more clunky. Reactions and composure at 85, they basically help boost all assets of your game, so those stats being good really does help. And then 83 ball control, 85 dribbling, we honestly can't complain. It's not the type of player where you're going to be kind of doing technical runs through the team, but with the press proven and the shielding capabilities, you should be able to keep the ball somewhat close to the body. Then the big one, so he's got 87 heading with 96 jumping. He's 6'4" as well, bear that in mind. You should not be losing headers with this guy. 80 stamina is okay for a striker, honestly. Players like gyokeres can run all game. You may start to notice a bit of fatigue with Mateta in the second half. If that is the case, just get him off around 70 minutes. 94 strength and 90 aggression, that combined with his play styles is what's what's going to hopefully make this card good and make him usable. Taking a look at his playstyles, we'll look at finishing first. Shot power, honestly, the biggest waste of space this year. They don't work. They've been nerfed into the ground. Precision header, that is actually useful because I don't know if you've noticed when you do try and head the ball, a lot of the time it goes over the bar unless you do a driven header. But even then, sometimes they head it too low into the floor and it bounces up in the air with no power at all on it. And then low driven, this is the meta of shooting this year. This is a really good one to have. These are the two I was on about. A lot of people ask what the difference is between them. Enforcer basically allows you to shove and push players off the ball with L2. That's activated by you. Press proven allows you to keep closer control of the ball whilst dribbling at higher speeds. But we're going to jump into the game and see if I can actually make this card dribble well using the press proven and the enforcer. This guy's been watching my enforcer TikToks. Right, okay, Mateta on the ball. We're not going to try and run through the team. Lays it off. Nice bit of shielding. Picked up the ball well. Looking for him now. Holds his run. Okay, who's that? He's just bodied. Upamecano. Okay, we've given the ball away. His passing is dreadful. To be fair, I should be bounce passing it there because the player was in the way. But yeah, so far so good with the body. Okay, so he's brought his keeper up. So what I'm going to show you is how to use Enforcer from set pieces to bring the ball down on your chest. Okay, there we go. Look, shields the ball. Yeah, he's feeling clunky. Okay, bounce pass in behind. Can't work an angle. Okay, so we've got a bit of space. Okay, he bodies Konate. Can we use the 5-star weak foot? Okay, and he scores. So that was good play. Konate comes in to press him. He gets shrugged off. The defender's stepping off. He goes to Mark Gula. And then we use the 5-star weak foot to slot it in the bottom right-hand corner. What's he like at receiving the ball? Okay, he gets too involved in a tussle with Konate, so we'll never know. No, we'll try again next time. He's looking for a scrap off the ball, this bloke. Oh, there it is. Can't get the shot off in time. He's injured. Why is he injured? I'm trying to do a player review. Who injured him? Okay, we're in behind. Show your pace. Can we ball roll the keeper? No, because it doesn't work anymore. Don't try and ball roll the keeper. That's lesson number 1. He's won it back, though. Oh, that was impressive dribbling for the big guy, but he gets it stolen off his feet. This guy's got really good centre-backs, Pacho and Marquinhos. There we go. He finally gets one. So the way I'm doing the enforcer and press proven dribbling is you hold... I actually don't know. I hold R1 sometimes, but then I tap it at other times. And I'm also tapping L2 every time the defender gets near me, because that's what shuffles his body around to protect the ball. And then the R1 is what allows him to take a quick dribble touch in the right direction. Okay, what's he like with a big touch in behind? Nah, he's never going to win against Bruiser. Oh my days. Oh, Jean-Philippe, he peels off. Oh. Okay, Mateta. Okay, Mateta. Oh. Oh. Jean-Philippe with the body. Mateta's too strong. Enforcer, people don't know how to use it, but if you take a throw in, a goal kick or something, kick it up someone with Enforcer and just press L2, they'll literally jump up and chest it, and the person behind them just falls over every time. Do you know what? Mateta's actually feeling like a very usable card. Because you can take the little press proven touches. So whilst I was actually reviewing this Mateta live on stream, it crashed and my recording didn't save, unfortunately. So a few of the clips that you've seen sprinkled in here are actually friendlies against a mate that I played. I played 2 games against a friend off stream and the footage was recorded, so I had to make up the space in here. Little bit unfortunate because obviously you do want to see how he fares in competitive matches. Playing against a friend is honestly maybe a better way to show you what he's like as a player, because it was more free-flowing football, less of the sweaty pass around the edge of the box waiting for a defender to make a mistake, and that wouldn't suit Mateta's playstyle anyway. Which leads me on to my summarizing thoughts. I honestly don't think this guy will fly in the high divisions. I don't think you'll be able to use him. He is going to be a fun card. Maybe it's good to use him against mates or in any tournaments like the Gauntlet that EA bring out, and it is honestly a really good value for money card. But the moment you come up against a good defender who knows how to keep their players in position, you are going to struggle to get that half yard and even get a shot off. Overall, he was really strong, but he honestly didn't feel that strong. I think because he's taller and his balance was below 80, it did feel like he was getting pushed off the ball quite easily, but I did come up against a few centre-backs that had Bruiser as a playstyle. His shooting was really, really good. I actually scored a really good goal in Rivals. I basically cut inside, laid it off, and just thumped it first time with him, and it went crossbar and in, upper 90. So I really wanted to try and recover that clip because it was a really good goal. We ended up losing that game anyway. Out of the 3 games I played in Rivals, I only won 1 of them. Maybe that's because I was doing a player review, trying to get the ball to Mateta, but honestly, he just doesn't feel like the one. So can I recommend him? Yes, but not to use in champs or your Rivals games, depending on what division you're in.